Okay. I guess
Man,
we should talk about this map, right?
Yep.
I remember in 2016, no, not in 2012. I think it was 2012 when like the Free Syrian Army started to form, and I was really against it. And I was talking to my coordination members, and like people like I thought like it's like it will really be shit because it will turn into civil war, and it turned into a civil war, and I was right. But like people were also correct. Like, how can it not turn into a civil war? Like, how can it not turn militant? Like, it was impossible. Also,
Can we
oh,
make the
oh man,
comment bar?
the
Ooh,
stream started, huh?
yep. Ooh, any chance we can
Okay,
make the
good.
comments bar smaller until we have
Yeah,
they start coming in?
it's too big.
I just like ripped my whole mic out of the stand trying to adjust it and pull it up. Not sure if you saw that.
Man,
It was
I
pretty
was about
cool.
to say like some wild shit, but like I saw the stream was like started, and I was like, okay, it's like
Save it
back
for
to
after.
being good for like
Anyway, what did I miss when my
James.
headphones were off because I was fixing my mic there? Nothing. Guys, did I miss
What?
anything? No. What is
Hello,
happening?
Fudge. You should conquer Syria, but, but why?
Good as time as any. So,
Oh man. So the person you talked about, like in Lebanon,
what about them? I'm seeing. I'll see
they
if they're
go.
on. We'll see if they're around.
Yeah, it's like not. I know it's like you have to plan for such things, and yeah.
No, it's hard with her anyway because she's just like, she's just got. She's a free spirit, Sometimes she's got a lot of stuff going on. Sometimes,
No, because
you can't always lock them down.
I thought because I wanted to talk about Lebanon, and I thought maybe I should wait until like she's on or something like that, you know. But like if she's
Well,
not, I can
I
like talk, you know, like
I mean, if that's really where your heart is, and you want to just go on a Lebanon rant, I won't
it's
stop
like
you
everything basically.
because she probably
You're the
will not
master man,
answer messages. I could message her on Signal or WhatsApp.
man. I really want a McRib right now.
See, like, none of these chats from Fudge have shown up in my sidebar, but I can see them on screen.
Okay, yeah, that's fucked, man.
Yeah, like, what kind of product you trying to sell me? And I gave up trying to fix it because they're of no help whenever I message them.
Israel didn't didn't just lie. They manufactured like a whole structure of lie. They based their ceasefire on something impossible, like on like impossible condition, and then when the impossible condition didn't happen, then surprise, it's they said like, yeah, it's that was the deal, man. That this the impossible thing didn't happen. Hmm. What
That's what I was saying
what do you
beforehand. Is like I won't even look at what Israel's terms are because I know they're not going to be met. Like I know how this
yeah.
works. I've observed Israel enough, even though I don't tend to be in the main focus because like I think there's already like so much focus it's even hard to like capture, and then like obviously like people are just so much more knowledgeable than me and actually talking about it, but nobody's talking about Sudan. You know, the only people who are fucking Hezbollah
Mm.
media, which is why we put them on yesterday.
Man, everything is happening in a such a random time right now. It's you saw the four hostages being released.
From Israel to, I mean, from Hamas to Israel. Four
Yeah,
girls.
the four girls. Yeah, one of them was a soldier.
I thought they all were, but
No, one of them like no, like they all were soldiers, but one of them,
I
like
mean,
Israel
yeah,
was
they have
saying,
the
she's
whole,
not a
they have
soldier.
conscription and shit.
Yeah, and Israel is like they
See,
were
this one
lying,
showed
and
up.
now they're oh man, like Israel lies so much you can't like start like you can't like you don't know how to divide the lie. Like when does it start? When does it end? So it's like a full spectrum of lies. So you cannot like it's not I don't know. It's like how to structure like it doesn't make any sense anymore.
Yeah, I think Iran is very similar in that regard. Just like it literally doesn't matter what you say to them and what they say back to you.
Dude,
But I
I
mean,
think
they've gotten more trustworthy than Israel with certain regards. Like, I mean, the UN inspectors went in there, and there was not weaponized, nuclear materials that could be used, like enriched uranium and shit. They got rid of all that shit. So,
yeah, typical. But
meanwhile, Israel is pretending they don't have them.
people most people like don't understand how much this is influenced also by Saudi Arabia.
Mm-hmm.
Saudi Arabia really wants Hezbollah gone. Like they really wants not because they want not because they hate like the the axis of resistance, but they
No, no,
but
no.
because of
They
the
back the other party in Lebanon.
yeah,
Is it all the drugs?
I mean that too.
maybe oh
Like
man.
the like that's why like when we talk about Hezbollah, we don't classify them as a terrorist group. We look at them as a like a criminal organization. Like there's plenty of criminal organizations that can also dabble in terrorism on the side, but like
Yeah,
their main role is fucking doing crime. They're not doing like terrorism and axis of resistance shit. They're selling used cars.
yeah. You know, Israel has too many good toys to ignore using them. They they would want to use their F-35s and their like new weaponry and sophisticated artillery and missiles and shit like that.
They used F-35s when Iran launched those missiles when because the Israeli F-35 is like specifically designed to be able to bomb Iran. Like that was their design spec, was we want one that's specifically designed to bomb Iran. And the US was like, okay,
But
here's your very own F-35. You get to fly your own F-35. Nobody else has F-35s like it. These are specifically yours. They have their own designation. Congratulations, Israel. I love you.
no, I watched the Caspian Sea. You know the guy on YouTube,
Caspian Report.
the Caspian Report, yeah, and he and he was like saying like now Israel can attack Iran with the F-35 and go longer, and I was like, motherfucker, they're already doing that. They don't need to. They're like they destroyed like the Syrian military ability to like, and now like they didn't give a shit in the first place. Like, what the fuck, man? Like he's good. Okay, don't get me wrong. I like him, but he's like too. I don't know. It's like he's he's too. I don't know. It's like too technical. I don't know.
Yeah, we have our criticisms of him, I guess. Like, he's fine, but,
He's good, but
you
he's
know,
like
it
he
depends.
doesn't know a lot of stuff.
There's limits to certain topics that he just doesn't seem to have the correct depth on. Like, also, so like there's also this thing where people are just making videos, right? And they need to make a video about something. So for a while we had this meme and it was about the dam in Sudan being built with Egypt and like how it's going to start a war, and so many people made videos about this, and it's like, "Oh my god, it's just a dam." And like even Trump has a soundbite that we would play where it says they'll blow up that dam, and he's talking about this dam because there was, some heat about it when it was being built, because Egypt, like if they fill it too fast, it like causes a water crisis elsewhere and stuff. I don't remember exactly, but it was just like all those channels made a video about this fucking dam that like was such a nothing burger. And
Yeah,
that's
yeah, I remember that.
and at least for him, he does like a monthly video.
No, the Caspian report is also biased. Like
Yes.
sometimes you sense his bias. Like he's really biased. Like he's not like lines on a map. That guy is not biased. He doesn't give a shit.
Mhm.
But the Caspian report, like sometimes I hear him and I'm like, man, this is like very opinionated, biased thing. Like it's very obvious.
I want to say the lines on the maps. I was looking at something with them.
I
I
think
wanted
his
to
name
say
is
something like they were recommended in the same like
Sapien.
viewers.
He's good. I like his analysis.
William Spaniel, that's who it is. Yes, yes.
Yeah, yeah, William Spaniel.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Hmm.
I was trying to remember because I was trying to find his channel, but it's under his name. But he still has the thumbnail for the channel as lines on maps.
Oh, something game theory.
He's good, actually. Like
Oh,
William
it is
Spaniel is
that
very,
too. Yeah,
very.
yeah. It is Game Theory 101 as well. So if you looked up that or his name, it would come up. But if you type in lines on maps, it comes up with his second channel.
Uh,
I went to his second channel, then was like, oh, there's his name, and went to his first channel. So,
I
if you're
I've been
actually searching for it, you'll find it.
I don't know. I've been following him ever since he started his college courses on started publishing his college courses on game theory. I don't know. When he gets to touching modern affairs stuff, he gets professor brained or academic brained.
It's very academic,
what?
yeah. And he often also like I what I look like about him, he often explains his limits, like limits of his profession, like he's like look, like we cannot like we can only determine what we see and analyze what we like see, but you cannot that there are like many limits to what we can do to analyze what's happening.
So
The Caspian Sea is like the Caspian report is like, oh man, he's like going there, you know, it's like
yeah, I don't remember exactly some of the biases, but I've identified enough to not like his videos that much.
which
So
one?
it says here that a car bomb was discovered in the city of Aleppo, and it was coming from areas controlled by the SDF.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah, that would.
is
I
this the
can't.
second one that they
I,
tried to say a car bomb came from the Kurds?
yeah, the second one. I think the first one was that little truck that was supposed to be crammed full of explosives. Which the white Opige, they do car bombs, but like not car bombs, like sticky bombs on cars, not
Yeah.
car
Yeah.
bombs.
Um,
There's the collateral, like
I
why use a car bomb when you have artillery?
yeah,
True.
that's
And
it.
that's what I
Yeah.
say about like with terrorist attacks. I'm waiting for the day somebody fucking uses mortars. Like it's crazy to me that nobody's done that in a terrorist attack besides like Bosnia, where it was an active war zone.
Well,
Maybe they
technically,
want their like 72 virgins, you know, it's
Like if you fucking mortars and shoot mortars into a stadium,
that would be deeply
uh
problematic.
Yeah, and like they're really easy to make. It's just the shells that, and like you need to like probably need
Machine.
to acquire an actual mortar shell. You could probably make the tube yourself, but I don't know enough about how to make the shells. Like because you drop them in there and they're able to launch. Like I understand propellant and powders and stuff, but I have no clue how a mortar shell actually works.
that's
Okay.
good.
Like it must have a primer on the back of it, and you drop it hard enough, and it hits the primer, and it makes it go.
Yeah. Yes.
Uh, I guess you could probably make that with a pressure cap, but it would be difficult. Anything that's like pressure plates and stuff are really hard. But
Dude, I
look
was
at the
reading
fucking Syrian hell mortars. I mean, they were shooting propane tanks out of them.
I was reading the Washington Post yesterday. There's an article I posted it on my Twitter, and it was like the US shared intelligence with the Syrian government, like the new government.
Yeah, they did a little secret diplomacy mission there as well.
Yeah, and it was hilarious because it was like basically what you're saying right now. It's like oh, man, it's like they were justifying in the report, like we don't want to like deal with terrorists, but
Mhm.
sometimes you have to like be human and communicate your message.
Yeah, what's funny? Oh, I need to change this out of certain tags and stuff still. What's funny is um a lot of people have been messaging me and calling me asking me about Jelani, and like I'm just like, yeah, he's definitely a jihadist.
Yeah, he's definitely a jihadist. I mean,
Like
he's smart. Actually, we should get over this little hurdle in our brains about all jihadis being like crazy head chopping dudes. No, there are plenty of super smart jihadis, probably more smart jihadis than stupid jihadis at this rate, because most of the stupid jihadis joined to like uh, Dash. I could say
Yeah.
Dash on YouTube, right?
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
With how your mic goes in and out, it doesn't
Oh,
really matter.
fuck. Okay.
Man, James, this is was what we were talking about last week. We were talking about the libification of Qaeda, of jihad.
It's definitely libified, but it's a calculation on their part that
Fuck!
uh,
Why did we gotta remember this. Next week we're calling that the episode.
oh shit, fuck, perfect episode title.
We gotta remember that
Libification.
next week. Also, I gotta remember to get that
Libification of
fucking
jihad.
Syrian girl video from Jack.
Yeah,
Anyway,
James.
Uh, uh, they're adopting the approach. Actually, you might even say it's the Frank Fukuyama approach of we liberalism has so many perks, so many people want to have aspects of it, right? We can't really argue against it. We also want to establish a global caliphate, so we're going to need to figure out a way to work those two together so we can establish it and then take away people's rights.
Dude, if you think about it, like liberalism is like really, really like it's basically like something that you can add to any food, you know?
Yeah, it's like
yeah.
the Talladega Nights a- approach for of a political philosophy. You give the people what they want.
Mm-hmm.
It's like like really just an empty piece of paper. Paper.
Exactly.
Whoa, talking like Pakistan now.
Except this paper's actually worth something, unlike the Pakistani rupee.
Yeah.
No, I was talking about the Constitution.
Oh shit!
Well, that's what I thought we were
It's
talking about
inception.
when you said it's just a piece of paper. Were you talking about money?
No,
Blank
it's
slate.
blank slate. It's like you can add it to like you can spray it on anything. Like you can make the
Uh,
flavor you want. Like it's like
somebody said
really
something about paper.
it's like you can have your ideology and it doesn't matter
Mm-hmm.
because you can like code it externally with neoliberalism and you can basically pretend it's neoliberalism and nobody will notice.
Yep.
Like if you like go about it like technocratically, you know?
Look at Israel.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, man. Israel is like the embodiment of this example.
Also,
But you know,
you can just not be liberal, and you can be Saudi Arabia, and the U.S. will just totally
yeah.
let you fucking use mortars on refugees coming from like
Yeah, but
Tigray
Saudi
and
Arabia is
Somalia and Sudan, and
dude.
just use heavy weapons and just blow those immigrants up before they can even get close to Europe.
No, but Saudi Arabia is very liberal, like in their you know it's like in their media, you know, it's like in their like approach, like they
Oh,
try
sure,
to be.
sure. The Saudi investment fund that we covered this earlier on stream, or not, yesterday. The Saudi investment
Yeah,
fund spends a lot of money making them look good. The WWE
yeah.
goes over there and rolls around once a year.
Yeah, it's basically like the United States is also like with their foreign like policy is also not liberal.
I just want to remind
uh,
people, okay, when we talk about
what
Saudi
is even
Arabia
liberal?
and,
What the
and
fuck?
how liberal they are, if Iran took over Saudi Arabia's government tomorrow, people in Saudi Arabia would have more freedom.
Yeah,
Like, that sucks. Iran shouldn't have more freedom than you. Like,
yeah, that's yeah.
we are backing the wrong country there, but Ayatollah made his choice
Yeah, he did.
when he fucking told them to fuck off in the
Yeah,
70s. They were more than willing to come in there and keep buying that oil. I talk about it. You can read the CIA stuff. and all of it's disclosed now, and I talk about how it's like the Americans are like rats on a ship that's sinking, desperately trying to get a deal to get more oil out of Iran as it's going down, and they just believe anything the Ayatollah tells them because hey, more oil at the end.
More oil is also
That's another thing.
always good.
This Al Jazeera report that I have not seen, maybe because it's in Arabic. You could probably search it
But
and bring it up.
I was reading a book about Erdogan yesterday, and it was like how he kicked Dawood Oglu out of uh, being a prime minister, and how he ousted any opinion that it's not his own opinion, right? Like kind of what Trump is doing right now. I think Trump learned everything he know he knows right
Yeah,
now from
this is
Erdogan.
what I've been saying. He literally said, "I want my people to like me like they like him."
Yeah.
Fuck Al Jazeera, Qatari and Turkish propaganda. I agree. We'll look at more Turkish propaganda as well, but this is the it looks like this like
Like
might
basically,
be the actual
you see
screenshot
what
of the
Trump is
report.
doing, right?
If you want to search this,
Trump is
Alan.
literally like destroying the like liberal institution right now. Like I don't like I mean like there is no liberal institution. I mean like he's literally like Erdo Erdoganifying
Yeah,
the US right
yeah,
now.
of
Like you
course.
saw what happened yesterday, right? Like when he fired the 12
Who do you think he learned this from?
like man like I really don't think
I don't know if we covered that.
most people
Him
don't
firing
understand
those
how
people.
wild is like how fucking insane is what's happening right now. Like it's fucking like I couldn't believe like I thought that the things that happen right now will take like months, right? Or 1 year, but it's like so fast. It's happening so fast,
Anyway,
which is
so
good.
Al Jazeera claimed that the Syrian government tried to make an offer with the SDF, and the SDF rejected it. And apparently, according to this source, they said their demands were joining the Syrian army as an integrated unit, maintaining the current military development areas, and get a share of revenues from oil fields and wells. The talk about oil made me think about this. Um, because
Wow.
like obviously like I think this is a shitty source too. Like
Yeah.
this really tells me nothing, right? So like but I wouldn't doubt that they would make these demands, but the framing of how they were like given a deal and rejected is a little inflammatory. Like obviously there's conversations going on, and I was thinking about it like why would the um admin in northeast Syria like make any type of deal that gives them less than what they already have? Because like is Jelani gonna help them against the Turks? No. Like this is what I've been telling people who have been calling me and like asking me about what's gonna happen next and shit. Like what can Jelani is Jelani gonna go fight the SDF
No,
with the
probably not.
Turks? No,
he's,
of course not.
he's busy.
The SNA will continue to do attacks against the SDF regardless of what happens. Trump can put pressure on Turkey to prevent a conventional military invasion. The base in Kobani can help prevent a conventional military invasion. But Turkey will continue to use the fucking SNA forces to fuck around. And guess who can't stop them? Jelani's forces.
Yep. Yeah.
Like, obviously, he's not going to make a deal with the Kurds to go against the SNA, and he's not going to make an SNA deal to go against the Kurds. Like, of course, there's negotiations in process, and things are being rejected right now.
Exactly. He's basically just going to keep telling them both to please grow up. We have bigger fish to fry right now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, Eskol is just published like an essay.
Yeah, it's from the source that they posted.
Man, yeah, things are pretty much very locked right now in Syria, northern Syria. Like nobody can, man. I don't know. Like remember, like a month ago, we talked about how, Europe is building some bases also in northern Syria.
I mean, that was like maybe not a month ago. Was not that long
Yeah,
ago.
but like, like what's the update on that shit?
I mean, maybe someone will show up. Who knows more? Scream until an adult shows up. Who knows more?
Oh man.
I got a video. We'll see if this is in
Dugan is a
English.
wild card. Is a wild card right now, man. It's like too wild to predict.
Audio.
أزبوج
Ah.
I can translate.
Oh, there's just no audio at this part right here.
از باوردكم كو اف ريفبريا نو لأمريكا أو لسوريا چاري سوريا سياسي بخوازن أو تكبرين داعش بخوازن و اف بگشتي استقراري و آرامية حرامي نتن سوريا لرجلات نافين بتمامي بخوازن و لسروي أساسي از باوردكم أو پشتگیری خواه بدم يعني لپشت أو هلدانن جبو يكتيا كردان هلدانن جبو چاري سوري دنا برا قصد ريفبريا خسر و حكومت شامي ده وجبو بالتمامي يعني تكبرين خلاص كرنا داعش لحرمه قالك تش لازمه يك جرك أو بشكرية كوليسيونه جبو قصده وريفبرية خسر بردوام بده يعني قالك شافكاني هنا كو لازم جبو تكبرين داعش ذي مقابن جبر أو كاسال شر وإمبارغو يأبوري لسر بحرمه يعني تدستن ريفبرية خسر وقصد النينن جبر بيكي يعني بردوامية بشتكري لازمه ددو بلانكي سيستماتيك جبو دارزاندنا داعش
Oh my
جبو
God,
سجن
please.
شر سجن دجي مروفاهي
This is like we need to fucking empty the prisons. Like if the US wants to like get rid of ISIS, we need to fucking repatriate everyone who's from a foreign country to their own fucking prisons. And it
Yeah.
needs to be on those countries' dimes because they let their citizens go to fucking Syria to join ISIS. It's on them.
أو كركرينا أزيدي وخريستيانا أفجي پر لازمه جبو تكبرينا داعش جبر أجر داعش ناين دارزاندن أفي چاندا بعدالتي چكه كو هزده يعني داعش جبو أو دكارين وخج نوفي أوابكن
Who's this person? Who's this girl?
It says American researcher says, you know, the new. Her name is
What the fuck?
here. I'll give you a tag.
She's American. That explains why she was like using English words like in her speech.
So it's right here. Director of Research at Kurdish Peace Institute in Washington.
Megan? Oh, she's an American.
Oh, Megan
She
Bodette?
sounded like Kurdish.
Yeah. I don't know if I have her.
Oh, that
Let me
makes
see if
sense
I
now.
follow her.
She was like talking like she doesn't have an accent, but like she was using like English words.
Yeah, I am following her.
Yeah. Like, but what you said right now, will that include also the Ahrar al-Sham soldiers also? STS soldiers?
Where? What? Me? Who?
Yeah, the government, like the Syrian government, because they also have foreign fighters.
Oh. Yeah,
Yeah.
but I'm talking about the camps, the ISIS camps.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, I understand. No,
So
because like
if
one of the
HTS have guys in Kurdish prisons because they're associated with Daesh and they're foreigners, yes, send them back. But like they have to be at least arrested by some sort of local authority first. Like there needs to be some sort of rules-based order here. We can't just have extrajudicial rendition and repatriation like how the United States was running it after 9/11.
this
But
is
we also
actually
need
this was
accountability. Like Germany
this
has
was
taken plenty back. Some they
uh,
even let out until their trial. They weren't imprisoned. The one girl went back and she was able to walk around and live freely. I think she then went to prison after trial, though. She might be
yeah.
out now. Then
This is
there's that
actually
one
one of
ignorant
the
British girl who everyone is obsessed with.
yeah I heard about I've read
She's
something
like
about her.
a airhead.
This is actually one of the main friction like key friction points like between the new Syrian government and the US. They're very annoyed that the Syrian government hired some foreign fighters for the army. Like it's kind of taboo like to hire like foreign like Chechen people from Afghanistan and Chechnya and
Hmm.
shit like that. But I don't
Well,
understand like what's the point?
I guess
Like
the
like
U.S.
I
can
understand if
suck
it's
it.
Daesh, right? I understand, but like if they're accepted government because it's another level of extremism, right? If you like go
Well,
to another like a
it's ultimately Muslim Brotherhood connects to Al Qaeda, connects to every other fucking group. So the U.S. Of course, there's going to be people inside the U.S. who are a little more paranoid, more of the CIA brain types who are really, really paranoid about Muslim Brotherhood. But
yeah.
like the Muslim Brotherhood of Syria is like still to this day like the most liberal branch. Like they've never been like the bad Muslim Brotherhood, and like
Yeah, I understand.
we frame it in like they call it the something like they're trying to say like it's right wing, but they're applying that to like all Muslim Brotherhood factions, and it's like in Syria that's more or less still within the right
Dude,
wing spectrum.
the Muslim Brotherhood is considered like vegan Muslims in the Middle East, you know?
So
Like very lightweight.
yeah, but they have connections to all these cells and help fund them, and
Yeah, I understand.
and
I'm just
since
joking. Like, yeah, of course,
so
yeah.
you know so of course there's people in the U.S. that are paranoid, but like
Yeah. Remember when Morsi fell down like with the Egyptian military coup?
Yeah.
Like Morsi was like the Brotherhood in Egypt,
mm-hmm.
and then they did the military coup, and and then Erdogan's dream shattered. I think Erdogan doesn't want that to happen again, you know?
I'm fine shattering any one of his dreams.
Yeah, but this is the thing. Like, this is the thing happening right now. It's like this is a continuation of Erdogan's ambitions in the region. Man, I can't fucking believe that Turkey like is actually like thinking like, ah man, we're going to back to Ottoman days. Like, how fucking narcissist and delusional can you be? Like, how fucking insane can you be? Like, and this is basically what the United States been doing for like 100 years, right? For like God knows how much. And I'm glad, like, when I said earlier, like, Trump is basically destroying the flexible like institution of like leadership in the US. I'm glad it's happening because it's like it's time, right? It's time to dethrone the king, right?
I'm sorry, I need to address something in chat right here. Okay. Fudge. It's BHADDIE. This sounds like you're gonna marry a supervillain. Is that what you're trying to do?
You're gonna marry fuck. I don't know, Ozma. Ozma al-Assad.
Oh, did you
You're
see
going
the
to marry
fucking
the
thing
cancer girl.
with the meme about Assad coming back to Syria?
Oh, Maher al-Assad, the actor, and people believed it and uh, started uprisings, or people tried to start uprisings, or tried to uh, conduct attacks against the new government in Latakia, because they thought uh, it was actually Maher al-Assad and not the actor who plays him.
Um,
It will
I
be fucking
I
wild, like
think
if Syrian
there's
girl
another
and
thing
like
that
others.
we're ignoring, and it's that Syria is one of the only Middle Eastern country that doesn't have any U.S. fast food chains. That's part of the reason why it's being invaded.
That's a fucking lie, bitch. I remember, and I remember like I was going to KFC in Damascus like 2012, like even after the revolution started. Like we had Burger King and we had KFC and we had some of that shit. It stopped after the civil war.
This is just one of my favorite tweets of all time, though. Americans and motivations is because of cheeseburgers.
We actually want KFC. It's the
I
best
mean,
food when you're high, you know?
there is fried chicken places themed like KFC in Idlib and stuff.
No, mate, an actual KFC opened in Damascus, right? But after the hype went down, nobody went there, right? Because the standards of Syrian food, it's unbelievable. Like you will never eat something as good. Like
Yeah,
it was such a
like
downgrade. It was such a
like
downgrade, right?
Popeyes at the minimum, right?
Like even Popeyes, like man,
Don't talk shit
Syrian
about
food is
Popeyes.
it's dude, you have to be in Syria. Like I've went to Berlin and tasted like legendary shops. Like some people saying this is the best shop in Berlin. This is the best ever, like doner and whole existence. And it's like it will be rated like shit in Syria. When Syrians went to Istanbul in Turkey, their restaurants were the best restaurants in Turkey. I like cheeseburgers.
You like cheeseburgers?
Yeah, it's a
I like
it's a drunken
specifically the
food, right?
Popeyes chicken Sammy.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
they make a really good chicken Sammy, especially considering that it's fast food. The quality is outrageous for fast food. It's, a little more expensive as well, but hey, they
Do
fucking
you
were doing
do they
weren't they doing like a Thanksgiving thing where they're fucking doing turkey where you could get turkey at Popeyes? A Popeye. Oh no. They sold turkeys at the store for Thanksgiving. Popeyes branded turkey, I believe.
what the fuck fudge?
What happened?
Man, I like the garlic sauce.
No, you could buy a turkey at Popeyes. Okay. Badass.
I'm joking too.
Oh,
No, man, Fudge, you have to understand, like, when life is shit, right? Like you have civil war and like everything is turning into shit and houses are turning it like into dust. The only thing keeping you sane is the food. That's
Yeah,
why
like in
food
Full
is
Metal
like good
Alchemist.
in Middle East. Like you need good food. Like if you don't have good food, what else is fucking left, man? There's nothing left. Man,
Anyway, we see this stuff about the Syrian army getting
Jesus.
recruits and
Already?
stuff. According to this, um,
look, uh, enhance on them. Make a zoom. uh Make it bigger. Like I have to see their faces. Do they have like beards and shit? How long is the beard? I have to see.
they look pretty young. A lot of them.
Fuck, you don't want Islamists, man. Okay, most of them don't have beards. That's good actually.
Looks like none of them do.
Okay, that's a relief, right? uh
And then also, this
Actually,
this
most of them look pretty
Captica.
young.
Yeah, they look very young.
That's a good thing.
what do you think?
Some of these
That's a
people
good
look
thing, right?
like children. Just saying. So, hope they got IDs. And then we were talking about Lebanon. There was also this from the same source. So these are weapons
yeah,
that were
yeah.
supposedly going to Lebanon.
Yeah,
That were
I'm
seized.
pretty I am I have no I don't have any ways to confirm this. I am pretty sure that they are just making a show of nabbing guns to say, "Hey, we're doing something to counter Hezbollah," while letting most of them slip through.
What's this right here?
Those are
This looks like a.
shaheads.
Oh, these are drones.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
The wings
I,
deploy on them and shit. Oh, here's are
Actually,
these the
no.
I
wings
think
up here?
Yeah, those are the wings.
You got to put the wings on them. Okay. Here we go.
who's it
There's they right
going
here.
for? Wait, who's it?
So these were at least
Okay.
taken. If these
Yeah,
if
yeah.
they have these drones, these were at least taken from an Iranian source at some point. You know, whether they just found them on the ground in a stockpile or not is one thing, but at least verifies that it is IRGC weapons here.
It could be
At
both.
least these drones.
It could be leftovers, and I don't think it's like new shipments from Iran. Maybe it could be like nobody knows, right? Because it could be leftovers like from when people like disregarded their arms and left, like escaped,
Mm-hmm.
like when the Syrian government, like the Syrian army, Assad's army escaped, like deserted, like they just threw their weapons on the ground and like the military bases, and they just left.
Yeah,
So they
that
could
was
be
smart.
like abandoned warehouses, that like secret warehouses that can exist.
Yeah, I'm just saying they aren't their own guns that they're taking pictures of.
Yeah, like I'm pretty sure there are like hundreds of abandoned secret warehouses that nobody knows the coordination of, except for like Hezbollah or
Except for Israel, and
Iran.
they're bombing them.
Yeah, man, Israel's intelligence is very good.
There was this whole like underground op they did while Damascus was falling, where they were in the tunnels, like planting charges or something. Do you know what I'm talking about, James?
Oh yeah, yeah. The
It was like a.
Israelis are trying to interdict the smuggling tunnels by hitting them with bombs. That's not
Man,
going to work
if
because they're tunnels.
I thought they like went
if
in
Russia
them.
wasn't
No, just bombings.
It was like a
if Russia
secret
wasn't
op that I
busy
heard
with
of
the
or
shit,
something.
Like if
What?
Russia wasn't busy with the like Ukraine and other stuff happening in like in Northern Africa and stuff, other like regions, it will be scary. Like if they wanted revenge right now.
So, and then this also from that same source, who's generally reliable on most things, but there was executions that were carried out. I don't know this source. They got fucking a
It's
lot of followers though.
it's the official Assadist. It used to be like the official Assadist page.
This one?
Yeah.
Interesting. So like this person like this is a really good source. So them retweeting something that would be Assadist talking about
Like
executions
it
would
used to be
be
Assadist. Like
yeah, they're
when
not
Assad
anymore.
was like Assad. Well, it's like did they convert that much that they became based? I don't know. Like Sana is like the official government's like it used to be the official like Syrian government stuff.
Well, anyway, they're claiming these executions took place, so
Well, it could have happened. I don't know. Like the problem is when like a source like that publishes stuff like that. Like even if it's correct, right? You like start doubting because of the source, and now it's like maybe it's yeah maybe it happened, maybe it didn't happen. I don't know. Like you have to like rely on much better sources.
exactly. Well, let's see over here if they put anything. Just this drug siege.
Yeah, but Assad doesn't have anything. Like Assad
Red
only have the
siege.
money he has, and that's it. Assad, like even
Yeah,
among his
nothing on.
supporters, lost every bit of like uh um what do you call it like loyalty. Like
Yeah,
like if magically like returned to Syria, nobody will like support him because he abandoned them. Yeah, but his intel like you know when shit is happening this fast, Intel loses its value very fast.
mm-hmm.
Like in 6 months, nothing will matter. Like if you have Intel right now.
Oh shit!
Everything's
Wait. Did you
changing.
guys see? Uh, the Syrian Air Force is conducting operations with silos,
With what? Huh?
helicopters. The Syrian Air Force is already conducting operations with
Yeah, I
Maybe.
put that on
helicopters.
a little earlier. There's this right here.
Well, school, it's the warehouses will be like some of them will be emptied. The fighters will smuggle some of the weapons. Like people will go to the warehouses,
Ah!
sell
Shut
the
up.
weapons. It's very corrupted, very corrupted. Like in 1 month,
Oh my
like
god.
nothing will matter. Tartus. It's saying
Yeah,
like a
I always see it
helicopter.
as Tartarus because I can't read good. So whenever I see it, I think of Tartarus from Halo.
The Tartus.
Dude, Iskul, when the Syrian army like abandoned their weaponry, like you saw there are tens, hundreds of videos like of like best weaponry,
Mm-hmm.
like with snipers, Kalashnikovs, missiles, just left on the ground, and I'm pretty sure that lots of people like took some home and trying to sell in them right now. It's a redneck's dream, right? But man, in Lebanon, I think 15 people died today,
Oh yeah, yeah.
and
Because they're
one
returning.
of them was one of them was a soldier.
Yep. So the Israelis opened fire and returning, or people returning to South Lebanon for context.
And basically, we didn't talk about it yet. It's one of the condition that is like going to destroy the ceasefire deal is the delay in Lebanese elections, which is basically a way of Israel, like Israel set the condition of dismantling Hezbollah's systemic power. They want like the structure that Hezbollah has built over the past decades to be gone. They don't want it as a militia, right? Because internationally, Hezbollah is not accepted um, as a as a body of government, but in Lebanon it works, and Hezbollah is responsible for hospitals, for many of the infrastructure inside of the state, and their presence has become essential for many people. Not like ignore the military. I'm talking about hospitals, schools,
Hmm.
shops, like
Just the economy in
lots
general.
of
The
yeah,
banks,
yeah, and Israel wants everything to be gone. They want everything to be handed into to the new Lebanese government, like in a like internationally accepted.
Debothification.
which straight up
Yeah,
isn't going
and
to work, right? Right. The Lebanese
Didn't
you
government,
work
need
when he
like
did
at
it in
least
Iraq.
it's even
you
worse
need
than
a
that, right?
decade.
Even the Iraqi government had functioning governmental infrastructure, even though Saddam was a dickhead, right? But at least it was
Yeah,
functional. The Lebanese government, it's a clown show, right? Like Hezbollah is legitimately a more competent government than the Lebanese government is.
like yeah, 100%. And I can tell you, like I can tell you, like I've been to Lebanon and I've talked to Lebanese people, and I have like Lebanese friends. I can tell you the sentiment inside of the country is, it's very sectarian, right? Like
Hmm.
Sunni really hates Hezbollah, Sunni people, and Hezbollah really hates Sunni people. They fucking hate
Well,
each other, right? They fucking
that's one of
like
the things that's very interesting about my friend who sent a voice memo back, but I can't listen to that right now. I just sent her a link. I was like, "Look, if you want to come in, here's the link." But she hates Hezbollah and she's Shia.
yeah.
That's fair enough.
That's awesome actually. Like these are the based people, right?
Yeah,
Because they
she's
understand
very
like
interesting.
Hezbollah have done Hezbollah is very bad. It's like a mafia running the state. Like
Yeah.
they kidnap people, they kidnap like you cannot talk against them. They're very shitty, like very hegemonic, very nationalistic, very religious, very strict. They're not like Lebanese, like fuck the Sunnis, right? But but Lebanon, like before Hezbollah was actually like what was a functioning democracy. Actually, that's a rarity in the Middle East.
I mean, it still has, pretty high democracy score from these institutions.
It's a functioning democracy in the sense that democracies are train wrecks in politically.
I mean,
Yeah.
Turkey also, like, hang on. Turkey
The thing
also
in Lebanon
is
is,
pretty considered around as democratic, I believe. It's not actually
yeah,
functioning. It doesn't actually recognize it as functioning. Oh, yes, it does.
they're trying to banish Hezbollah as a political party, and
42.
like the Sunnis, like the Sunnis in Lebanon want that like more than anything, right? Like if you make Sunnis like the Arabs Sunnis in Lebanon choose between like Israel gone, like magical button. You have one magical button. Either Israel is gone or Hezbollah's gone, like Shia's gone. they will 100% press on the Shia button. Like that's how much they hate Hezbollah.
That Somaliland has a better score than Lebanon. Isn't that great?
Yeah. And these
What a
fucking
cool-
scores doesn't count for shit.
Well, yeah, that's what I talk to people. That's what I tell people is like when you look at this, understand that this is literally an arbitrary score assigned by people.
Yeah, people who probably
Like,
aren't from the
shitty
country in the
metrics.
first place.
Well, I don't think Freedom House is really that bad. It's a pretty good. Like, I think all these things are good. Like
Tools.
bases to cover. You know, you can get a general feeling for certain things about a country and how it like functions, you know? Like South Sudan has a 1, but Eritrea has a 3. I don't
What?
know.
What? How?
See?
Okay, fair enough.
See, you disagree. You disagree. Eritrea should have the 1. South
It
Sudan
does-
should
does
have
that-
at least the 3.
Like maybe 4 or 5.
Yeah. I mean,
It-
there's multiple factions in South Sudan, you know? Like, so, like, at least if you're belonging to that faction, at least you like the faction that's, like, leading you, you know? There's,
Man, don't be
Captain
an asshole.
Piss Pants and, General Gaptooth. And I'm allowed to
Yeah.
say that because I have a tooth gap, and, I believe in tooth gap supremacy.
And you also gay.
Yeah, but at least I don't pee my pants. Like Captain Pissy Pants. What's the opposition leader's name? South Sudan?
Ooh, opposition leaders. Shit. I was trying to remember the name of the cowboy hat guy.
Slava Kerr. Silva Kerr. Or I think it's Slava. Silva Kerr.
Salva. Kira Mayardit? Salva Kiir.
Oh man. Yeah, and basically, Israel has set this like impossible condition, which like is not achievable. Like at least you need at least like a decade, and like Hezbollah needs to be dried up of supplies. Like, and it's like it barely just happened yesterday that Syria is no longer a route to Hezbollah. So you need time. You need time, and Israel doesn't give that time. And Israel understand this, so it's basically just an excuse to attack Lebanon.
Is that General Toothgap?
Yep. He
That's
flees
a big
he
tooth
fled
gap.
the country in 2016 though. That's how up to date I am on South Sudan. His name is Machar. Machar. Not a good guy.
Fair enough.
But at least he
Nobody's
doesn't
good in
piss
Sudan.
his pants.
Man, it's really fucking tragic. It's a tragic situation in Sudan.
Mm-hmm. And South Sudan.
Yeah. Fucking hate this table. Yeah, and
I don't-
yeah, and it's like that in Lebanon. So basically, the ceasefire will collapse probably. But there are like other variables to wait for. If Michel Aoun becomes president, then maybe.
They have elections equals a functioning democracy. Yes, that's basically how I view it. But they were partly free on that arbitrary map.
I'm waiting for Saudi Arabia to do something.
Like what?
They're working in the background. They're working in secret, like they don't show anything. Like they, but I'm pretty sure that Saudi Arabia is nudging Israel to like to stop the ceasefire, to to go on attack.
Yeah, because
I don't.
anything that's eliminating IRGC stuff is good for them too.
Yeah, and like this is speculation, right? We can only speculate. But this
Mm-hmm.
is like also like very obvious stuff, right? It's like they fucking hate any hands of Iran in the region. They're trying to be the hegemony in the region. And I don't understand that entitlement because the only thing that fucking Saudi Arabia has is oil. Like, if they didn't have oil, they will literally be the shittiest. You know, I will tell you uh, like a joke, but it's like it's a real joke. 80 years ago, you can Google this shit. It's like 100% correct. It's a historical fact. 80 years ago, Saudi Arabia like begged for like aid from Sudan.
They asked for it back. Wait,
They
what?
asked for like aid, like literally they asked for aid from Sudan. Like Saudi Arabia asked for aid, like please
From
can you send
Sudan.
us like food and shit from Sudan, like 80 years ago. Like
80?
like
8 or 8?
when huh? What?
Wait, did you say 8 or 80?
80. No, 80 years old. 80 years, not 8, man. 8 what? No.
Okay. No,
No,
oh,
80,
when
80, 80.
okay, and when KSA was still like basically a broke desert.
Yeah, exactly. And now like they like, man, we have oil now, we have money. And they're like the shittiest people you could imagine, and they fucking forgot everything. Like they fucking forgot they were living in tents before all of this shit happened. Fucking forgot their and
They
when
still
like
fucking they bring their tents out and stuff, and they do the camel racing and sit in their big ass fucking tents. They still do the tent
yeah,
shit. They like to LARP it.
just a hobby, but but man, yeah, look, I'm Middle Eastern, right? I've spoken to Saudis before. I've lived in Saudi Arabia for a while, and they're very very arrogant. They treat people like shit, like especially like South Asians. They treat them like slaves, and
Normally they are.
they're saying like, and yeah, they are, and but they don't like they actually like say, yeah, like without us these people will starve to death. Like we're basically like
Mm-hmm.
supporting their lives, and like they have the shittiest mentality ever. That liberal guy who pretends to be a journalist? Uh, what Harris his name, right?
You have to narrow it down.
Johnny Harris. Oh my god, that's so
Johnny
funny.
Harris, right?
Uh,
Uh, like he went to Saudi Arabia, right? You saw like his video, like he went to Saudi Arabia and he did it like about the project happening right now in Saudi Arabia.
about the wall.
And dude, like, yeah, and I was like, man,
Did we
this is
watch
like
that?
it's fucking obvious it's propaganda. Like, what the fuck, man? It's fucking in your face type of propaganda. It's so fucking out there. And then he's like pretending to be a journalist, and he's like, uh, and pretending
Pretending
like,
to be a journalist is so funny.
no, of course he's pretending to be a journalist. It's
No,
so
no, no. I
obvious.
agree
And
with
then
you.
he's like,
It's just your take on it is funny because you're just validating things that we say about him.
oh, okay, you don't like him either.
No, his videos are awful.
Dude, he did something that journalists should never do. He fucking people accepted him, and they were talking about like badly about the government, right? And like the camera was like supposed to be turned off, and he was like, I don't want, I don't want to risk these people's lives, so I will not talk about any further. Motherfucker, you showed it on tape. You fucking showed the motherfucking shit on tape, and then you cut the rest of it and said, I don't want these people to risk their lives because there is no freedom of speech in Saudi Arabia. But this project is good. It's a good project. But like I'm a journalist, right? And he's basically like, what happened to these people who like these tribal people who like basically sheltered him for like days, right? And fed him and
Yeah,
everything.
MBS kills
And
Bedouins for less.
he's fucking he's so fucking psychopathic for that. Like people don't understand. Like basically, you might have killed an entire family, and you fucking pretending to be a journalist while pretending to protect the family that you fucking published what they were saying on fucking YouTube, and 100% Saudi government is watching what you posted. Like how fucking psychopathic and shit can you be?
Maybe
Like
that's
this
all
is
he
like
had, and he
news.
made it sound like he was actually being ethical by being like, I can't show anymore. But maybe that's all they would say to him,
Dude,
is what he
he said
showed.
he said I will show only this because I don't want them to risk their life, and I listened to it in Arabic, right? But he didn't like put the correct subtitles. The fucking literally they said we don't want to talk about it, and he fucking put a wrong subtitle, and like you cannot fucking imagine how fucking twisted that is. Like you
Jesus
fucking
fucking
killed these
Christ.
people, and
Just
people
for fucking
really think that he's a journalist.
No, well, say that he's really somebody who's just creating a vehicle for advertisers.
Good. Like go to that video right now. I will show you. Like I will translate. I give you the correct translation, and
Okay, hang
and
on.
like what he typed. Like this is a level of tragedy, right? And you know when I discovered he's like completely full of shit. I didn't watch him actually. Like this is like the first videos I've watched of him when he talked about like Kamala Harris and Donald Trump, and I was like, this is the shallowest shit
I've been
ever. Like
sleeping.
you didn't you said nothing. You basically said nothing. Like put it on the last, basically, like further. Make it bigger, make it bigger.
I will bigger it.
Maybe this is the part. No, last. I think it was basically at the end.
A risky
No,
move
before
in a
that.
place where
It was
freedom of
in the
speech
night.
is.
I will tell you. It was in the night, and the elderly was talking in the tent. Okay, like look at that scene. The night tent. Yeah, this is the one. Yeah, this is the one exactly. That.
That's what I had before.
Like move it
I
5
couldn't
seconds.
help but feel worried for this link to the past.
You know when you have like arrows right and left, like you can tap right 5 seconds, like
Mhm.
under your keyboard.
Yeah.
Like type like press it a couple of times. Press it, and until the moment.
I mean, it looks like it's only that part.
No, go back.
Uh-huh.
No, go back.
Hang on, I'll send it to you. You tell me where
Yeah,
it is.
fucking
in the
send it to
video.
me, and I will send you. I will. Yeah. This will take a long time. There is no cohesion between us. Wait.
I'm realizing that this moment is a glimpse. Out of respect, I
Oh, found it.
compensating anyone who has been affected by compensating anyone who has been affected by these projects.
That's the one. Yeah.
Out of respect, I decide not to push it. It's not worth it.
Yeah, go 10 seconds. 10 seconds. Just 10 seconds. Yeah, this is the one. Yeah, and press.
Projects.
Yeah.
Out of respect, I decide not to
Yeah,
push it.
pause.
It's not worth it.
I decided not to push it. It was not worth it. Motherfucker, they were fucking ending the conversation. this is it. Like this is عوض Allah. God will compensate me. Like that's it. Like God will compensate me, and then he's like getting up and like changing the topic because this is like the Middle Eastern way of like saying like we cannot speak any longer. And then this Harris guy is saying like, no, I decided not to push longer and I decided not to go further, and like basically like videotaping like kind of secretly, right? And these people like they literally could be dead right now.
Yeah.
And I'm realizing that this moment is a glimpse into one of the oldest surviving cultures on Earth.
Like, do they know that he's like videotaping right
Thank
now?
you.
Like these people don't know this shit, man.
The family invites us to sleep near their tent.
Another night, another sky full of stars.
Man,
love
this is a
Another night, another sky full of stars right after that Bedouin shit. Oh, no, it's so beautiful
like,
here in
man.
Saudi Arabia.
yeah, it's like really psychotic, like really, really like this is actually a tragic thing, like really sad.
Okay. Look, here's a SNA attacking the dam. They're huge dicks. He's so melodramatic. I know, right? But he's selling a product, not journalism.
That's a good jokes, Fudge. They can be seen.
I wish I could put that one. At least they're all on screen with the chat overlay. I wish I could highlight that specific joke, though. That would be nice. Anyway, this dam, and there's still violence going on around it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shut up. You know what I gotta do is I gotta share again. No volume. Now I won't have to worry about volume.
Man, like but Sam Harris is universally hated in the US, right? Like people basically know that he's a fake
I
journalist.
mean, basically. Sam Harris, yes. Johnny Harris, no.
He's like the embodiment of like liberal liberal journalism.
Johnny?
Didn't he win an award or something?
Johnny?
Yeah, he won an award.
Probably. Because he makes things look fancy. When it's. And he did go to, like. I think he went to Ukraine and maybe Armenia during that war.
Yeah, he went to Georgia, I think.
Anyway, about this dam.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've heard some rumors that the dam will collapse,
I mean,
that it could collapse.
if it gets shelled enough.
Like it's already in a very bad condition.
I love that they're all out and dancing after a massacre just occurred.
Man, lots of people are dying there.
Yeah, there's specifically from this attack today, there's some pretty distressing images of 4 kids that are dead.
Man, Turkey has the perfect like the perfect buffer. Like what do you call it? Like like the SNA, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like the cannon fodder, and they're not Turkish for forces, so Turkey can say like, yeah, we didn't do it, we didn't do anything, and
Exactly. But like America has engaged like their drones before because their drones got too close to where America was.
holy shit. Dude, that's so fucking fucked up.
Yeah, what a cool fucking thing to do to civilians. Clearly civilians. Like, is this a military gathering? Don't look like it.
Yeah, a lot of students died also from last time also, like
Mm-hmm. But yeah, this post, Turkish forces focusing artillery strikes and airstrikes on civilian areas, infrastructure, and strategic SDF positions. It says isolating Kobani as an objective. You And then here's some Turkish propaganda from Clash Report. The Turkish intelligence delegation met with the new Syrian admin.
I remember yesterday I noticed I remember that you know Hakan Fidan,
Yeah.
the Turkish foreign minister. He used to
Yeah.
be the head of Turkish intelligence also.
Yeah. That's a
Isn't that
very
like
cool.
a joke?
There's, it makes me envious of Turkey, right? Because they could take people who are hyper qualified for jobs and just put them into other very related jobs, while the U.S. is putting, I don't know, the lieutenant colonel who imbibes Russian propaganda in charge of our intelligence system, and a random senator from Cuba with no foreign policy experience as Secretary of State.
Dude, isn't that brilliant, James? Like, isn't that fantastic right now?
I mean,
Like,
not for us,
like,
for everybody
like,
else, yeah.
man, finally, the U.S. empire will collapse. Like, man, this is awesome, right? Like,
Why do
We're
you
gonna,
think tankies voted for him?
yeah, true.
probably, yeah.
They did.
Yeah, but like, isn't a quick collapse better than like a slow death, right?
It'll be quick. My
Like,
whole
man,
Chrome is
like fucking
jacked up.
Hexeth is the head of the Pentagon, man. The fucking Pentagon,
Mm-hmm.
like the strongest institute in the history of humankind.
Mm-hmm.
Like Hexeth. Like my left nut is more qualified than Hexeth.
Yeah, it's
Devastating.
I'm sure he'll do fine.
Yeah. But like I'm waiting for Tulsi Gabbard. Like, what the fuck is happening? Like with her confirmation. Like honestly, like a serious question. Like why is her confirmation taking so long?
So, James, you don't like Rubio?
Rubio's kind of dumb. I mean, he's
But
not the worst.
He's Trump's best pick.
Coffee will be so expensive very soon. Like
Yeah,
in a couple of months. This will mean cheaper coffee in Europe. That's great news also.
Yeah? You think so?
You know when hopefully uh you know when Trump like was talking about buying Greenland and shit like that, I thought it was like just a distraction. But a distraction can be real too, you know? Like the distraction itself can be real. Like you understand what I'm saying? Like oh
I
man,
do.
look, I'm going to burn the house, but he's actually going to burn the house as a
Yeah.
distraction.
Well, it's like, it's the classic villain scenario. It's like, oh, you can stop me, but to stop me, it's like Dark Knight. You have to choose who's going to get burned.
yeah.
It's like you can stop me, the villain, but if you try to stop me, this train will go over the rails and people will
Yeah.
die. That's a distraction that also happens, and it's a train wreck.
Yeah. Yeah, that's actually the same like reason why Elon Musk did the Heil salute, right?
Yeah,
Because he thought like, man, people will be distracted with this shit. Like there's like very important thing happening in the background, and people are distracted with this shit. And like, what is even fucking happening in the background? 12 inspectors are being fired, and nobody's covering that. Like literally,
yeah, yeah.
nobody's covering that.
I mean, I don't
It's
even think Jack put it on the list yesterday.
actually it's a crip. They tried to
I
fire
put
12
multiple
inspector
videos about it, but I don't know if we covered it. I don't remember. I might have been up when it happened.
they put
Who
12
remembers?
inspect they put
Yeah,
12
just
inspector generals on the they tried to fire 12 inspector generals, but the inspector general in charge of the inspector general said, yeah, you can't do that because we report to Congress, not you.
I'm Congress.
okay.
I
Oh,
am the
so it
Senate.
didn't happen.
Speaking about reporting to Congress, isn't it great that Pete got in literally because of the tiebreaker vote by J.D. Vance?
Mhm.
The Pete Hegseth nomination, J.D. Vance casted the tie-breaking vote. The Senate was deadlocked.
That's kind of like optimistic, right? That's kind of like saying that there is like resistance within Congress, right?
I mean, sure, they
Yeah,
they
man,
they
it's
knew.
helpful, not.
Here's the thing: they knew it would deadlock. They counted their votes beforehand, and they brought it to the floor, knowing it would deadlock, and somebody would approve it. And that's the thing. There's on either side,
Oh,
whoever
okay.
has the majority, there's gonna be like a few of these people that work the other side to make sure that Congress can't get anything done. It's how it always works. We
Yeah.
lose.
You lose, but man, I'm confused now. Did like James said, like the inspectors said, they like they talked to Congress, right? So it's like illegal to fire them. But are they fired or not? Because people are saying they're fired. People saying are they not fired now?
I think they're technically not fired, but kind of not fired. I'm not sure. Pretty sure he's the OG office will probably, or the OIG will probably say, no, you can't do that. Trump will throw a fit and then probably concede.
Okay, James, I want to ask you. Okay, like hypothetically speaking, right? If like Trump went all wild, like really like went wild, right? Like went extremely unconstitutional, and basically like went even further, right? And is close to destroying the country, or not destroying the country, but basically he's like being very, very destructive, like within the governmental structure. Can like how do you think like a coup will happen? Like if it happens,
Oh,
like is it like possible to happen? Like I'm just
uh,
like
yeah, probably. It the military would probably do well, not the military. It would be uh the service chiefs probably would do a soft, not a very quiet coup, in the sense that
like even behind Hexet, right? Even like behind Hexet.
oh yeah, yeah, even behind Hexet, right? They'd probably say, hey, or they'd probably roll him up in the middle and say, we're doing this. You can say whatever you want afterwards, but we are like putting you guys in timeout or shooting you.
Okay.
They're very
Yeah, because
the
like
guys that use. What are you saying?
because like they put Pete Hexet like a loyalist and like a head of the Pentagon and saying like, this nothing will go wrong now. We can go wild, right?
Yeah,
But
they're
like this
probably
doesn't
thinking
work
that
like
it's a
that. Doesn't work like
miscalculation.
that.
Yeah, it's a miscalculation. The uniformed services control who they promote, right? So there's not DoD. The uniformed military doesn't really have a crony problem in the sense that
Yeah.
they're not loyal to presidents, right? They're loyal to the Constitution. So if a president oversteps himself, they internally feel like they're obligated to, hey, correct it.
That's actually like that. You know, I don't want to be optimistic, but like sometimes you need that optimism and stuff like that like brings a little hope back because yesterday I've also read that like chief of staff in the White House, Leslie something, I don't know, right?
Leslie
Like the new
Nielsen.
Yeah, yeah. She put Musk in the timeout chair, the other side of the White
yeah,
House.
that's awesome, right? It's yeah, it's like positive thing definitely. Like chief of staffs are basically the gatekeepers of this shit.
All right. Anything else we want to get into today?
Ooh, yeah. Wait, can we? Uh, uh, there was actually a friend, a mutual talked about his brother or her cousin, sorry, being an intelligence officer within the Palestinian Authority's security services. His cousin told him that, hey, if Hamas wants to, they can take the West Bank whenever they want.
Huh? What the
What do
fuck?
you guys think of that?
That's that's like can Hamas even take Gaza
Doubt,
back?
because like, are you gonna hold it? No. Like, sure, you can fucking do a quick reaction force and deploy, and take a bunch of streets in the West Bank, And then guess what's going to happen next?
Yeah. What happens to the PLO in this scenario?
I have
Well,
never.
that's you know, if they fight back, that's one thing, but ultimately Hamas tries to move anything in the West Bank and drone strikes are happening. Like as they're moving that shit around.
People in Palestine really hate PLO right now. Like I don't understand this level of brain rot. Like when Israel does that level of damage, and you basically like really hateful and like it's your right to have that level of like hate and revenge, right?
Well, what did Jelani
Not that
say? Like
it
they
makes
lost the privilege of revenge. Remember that?
yeah yeah
Said something like that.
man, you remember the weirdest stuff.
Well, it stood out to me because I don't remember if that was the exact quote, but it was a very profound thing to say. So it stood out.
Yeah, I remember, and yeah, and people are really like devastated, right? And that it makes it like very interesting phenomena where uh, like that level of destruction made you like the people who brought the destruction, and people like the like parties like the PLO where are like kind of more like secular and kind of like the more pragmatic, you can say, are really hated right now. Like they even like restrict demonstrations. They don't want people to demonstrate. They even killed some people. You know, the PLO killed some people, demonstrators.
Recently, like protesters?
Yeah, they killed protesters
Sure,
the last month, like
all the time. They're the cops, ain't they? What do cops
yeah,
do?
or kill people. Man, I don't know, like how, like what a fucking experience, like what a fucking experiment, like the Israeli experiment, right? Like holy shit, man, what a fucking wild thing to do, right? Like this Zionist project is the wildest thing in the history of humankind. Like let's these people are really hated in like in Europe. Let's send them to undeveloped region of the world where we can use them as a like a base to like conquer, like capture the region around it, like the resources region. Like what an experiment.
Man, remember when ISIS had fat guys doing beheadings?
Jesus.
What?
The execution squads were all fatties. Because that's the only thing they were good for. They can't fight. Too fat. Am I right?
Yes. It's offensive. You shouldn't say it, but you're right.
I mean, come on.
You're right. I
No,
mean,
and
I
people
they're
mean,
being beheaded.
homicidal. They're homicidal maniacs. It's fair to use mean words.
look, hang on. You gotta. Let me just show you real quick. Okay.
Don't show us.
Jesus.
What the fuck? They're wearing the Kurdish uniform?
This was this is just one of the, like, this guy was
Yeah, because
martyred.
like they're saying like
This
we
guy
have like
was
Kurdish
martyred
soldiers, right?
15 years ago. So like all the Kurds were posting about it. And so like I just kept seeing it on my feed, and the more I looked at it, I was like, damn, those motherfuckers are huge. You know? That's not even the fattest ISIS executioner I've seen, but like even behind these guys, look, there's another guy here who's also fat, he's out of frame in the other picture. That guy's huge too.
Jesus.
Like who is the ultra
This is like
fatty
the
ISIS executioner? What was his name?
the cheeseburger squad.
No, literally. Where you think these guys might be foreign fighters? You think they might have come from privileged country or something?
Maybe the
But
Kuwaiti.
who was the yes, the Kuwaiti. What was his? They called him something. Kuwaiti fat
Dude,
ISIS.
I thought it was haram in Islam to be fat.
Pretty sure it is.
Jabba the Jihadi. That's what the
Jabba's
fuck, bro?
the.
That's not what I was looking for.
Dude, he laughed so hard he went offline. That's fucking hilarious. Jabba the Jihadi.
Have you seen a picture of him? Everybody, pull up a picture of Jabba the Jihadi right now, and you'll see how accurate that is.
Did I pull up the picture?
Oh no, I'm telling everybody, you're gonna want to see this on your own screen. Might want to turn it into a screensaver.
Bulldozer. That's who
Oh
I'm
shit,
thinking
that
of.
guy.
Fat ISIS. Yes, Bulldozer. That's what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. This was an era. They
Oh,
don't make
shit.
them like that anymore.
Yeah, that's a throwback.
Holy shit. The fat bastard. The fat bastard of ISIS.
Jabba the Jihadi, though, like, was that a real guy?
Yeah, it is. Pull up his picture.
Hang on, I want to see more Bulldozer. Oh my goodness. What a fucking specimen here. My goodness. I love that he needs the sword to hold himself up like a fucking cane. Jeebus. My goodness. He got fatter over time. There's a video of his dead body in the back of a dump truck, too, if I'm correct. Right? Isn't there? It's literally
It's
in like a dump truck or something. And you can tell they got him.
like he's like the full back of the truck, like filling that whole space.
Yeah. You can. It's leaning too.
He's filling all over the. Oh man. Why is cocaine trending?
Yep, found it.
Yeah, the back of a truck.
Yep. Here's the dead body real quick. Nobody tell YouTuber the censors, okay? Let me get this video.
Oh, don't worry, he's alive.
Yeah, no, he's just sleeping. He's sleeping the calories off. I don't think it's gonna let me load it. Oh my god. Oh my god. Shh. Gosh. Shh. Okay, hang on. Gotta do the allow ads thing real quick, of course. Then I gotta... These fat ISIS guys could be crashing my computer.
So many pixels.
No, that's the wrong one.
Oh
I
man.
need this one. I said no audio. Oh my god, I hate these sites. You try to click anything. He is alive. He's breathing.
They were speaking
Okay.
Kurdish, I think.
I mean, he might have been. It was just really loud. Hang on, I can't adjust the
People who
volume
captured
so
him.
it's not blowing my ears out. He might have been. A lot of them guys were in the beginning,
Yeah.
but it also might have been the guys around him speaking Kurdish as well. Anyway, whatever happened to that era of fat jihadis who would kill people? Even Zarqawi,
Cholesterol.
the original fat jihadi.
Man, there was a
Actually,
very
there's an
famous.
even more original fat jihadi that we've covered before that I've made fun
There's
of
a famous German
specifically.
jihadi, a German ISIS member. Like he was speaking German. I think he was. I
They
forgot
call
the
him the
name.
hamburger.
No, because when I first arrived in Germany in 2015, my German friends were showing me this and like, uh, uh, they were like very obsessed with like ISIS and stuff like that. They were also journalists, so they showed me like this. Like I think his name was I forgot. It was like 10 years ago. Arch.
Yeah, there's the fucking there's a lot of fucking hang on. Ready? Fat guy.
Oh my God.
So this guy?
Oh, this is the guy. Yeah, this is the guy.
He's worth two brothers.
Yeah, he was so fat. This is the German journalist
Oh my god.
who
Oh
were
my god,
talking
hang
to me.
on. I just saw an absolute specimen there for a second. I need to get back to that guy. How did I find him?
Is that Bulldozer again?
This one? Yes, but ugh.
Oh, he's not so bad.
Come
He
on,
looks like
bro.
my friend I grew up with more hair.
Dude, imagine a chain called Volga Imam. Like instead of Volga King, Volga Imam.
Uh-huh. And ISIS will be their mascot.
It's all halal. I'm very excited for tomorrow. Tomorrow, my one of my 3 books arrives. I ordered 3 books. One of them is it's called 2034. It's about like the World War III, how it will happen, and it's written by like an American admiral and another writer, like two writers. One of them is like an American ex admiral, and I'm like excited to see like how does military think World War III will happen.
Violently.
I
Anyway,
don't think it will be accurate.
anything else we want to touch on today?
No, I'm good. I had to go to the bathroom. I want to say that out
Okay.
loud. It's okay.
I'm gonna
TMI.
end the stream now. Thanks for coming.
It's
More
been fun. See you guys
later.
next Sunday.
I'll be
I
back.
will.
I'll be back later to do some stuff today, maybe, and tomorrow, and then next Sunday this show will be again.
Yay.